so that they can then form an alliance to achieve some goal that they've decided they want to accomplish, either together or on their own. That's the concept of the mastermind. Now, I've just pushed the record on this button to start this broadcast officially, and we're just going to take right off. So the last time I spoke, because this is just a short thing, so I'm just going to give a couple of motivating tips, and then I'm going to recap on what I did the last time I did this broadcast, which was to talk about the 6 fears. Every human on this planet goes through fear. Fear is what holds us back. Fear is what keeps us from becoming reaching our full potential and becoming who we were meant to be. Just as a review, the 6 fears are the fear of poverty, the fear of old age, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love for someone, fear of criticism, and the fear of death. Now, these fears, I know they might sound, how can I put this? They might sound like, well, some of them may apply to you. Some may have applied to me at some point in my life. But once I became aware of these fears, which was probably a long time ago, I committed myself to overcoming them. The only thing that you really have to fear in this life, and we all know this, is fear itself. That was Franklin Delano Roosevelt's one of his most famous quotes: "You have nothing to fear but fear itself." And there have been many instances in my life where I've had to learn to face my fears and overcome what I thought were insurmountable odds to reach goals that were important to me. I had to get over my fear of math in order to get into medical school. I had to get over my fear of the ocean in order to become a very good surfer and paddleboarder. So once you get over these fears, your life changes, your world opens up, and things become better. So moving away from and then here, the way to overcome these fears is through affirmations. This is why you guys, you see I post affirmations on a daily basis because they're important. They're a way for us to reprogram our psyche and make ourselves better. We are trapped in these patterns of behavior that we've been programmed to believe is reality from the time we're very young. These patterns are very destructive, and the only way to really overcome them is through affirmations. And this is a proven science that if you continue to repeat affirmations to yourself throughout the day, before you go to bed at night, when you wake up in the morning, you will change your paradigm. You will rewire your brain. The patterns that have set the course for your life will take a new course, and things will get much, much better for you. So the key to overcoming all of these fears, the fear of poverty, old age, ill health, loss of love, criticism, and death, is through positive affirmations. I post them daily. They're easy to find on the internet if you just want to get out there and search for yourself. So lesson number one I've been reading from the Law of Success. I've been a student of Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale since I was a very young child. And a lot of the lessons they teach have helped get me through some very rough times in my life. Lesson one, after coming through these fears, you're supposed to then set up what's called a definite chief aim to accomplish your goal. A definite chief aim is it's a way of organizing your thoughts and focusing your attention so that you set yourself up for success. Without a definite chief aim, you're like a boat without a rudder. You're just kind of floating around, flopping around on the ocean of life, and you don't know, which way to really turn because you don't have a point of focus. So once you have a definite chief aim, you are well on the way to achieving your goals and to realizing your full potential. Science has established through autosuggestion that you can saturate your body with these positive, uplifting statements that will change you physically and make you a better person. I recite affirmations to myself daily. Starting in the morning, here we got someone else coming in. Starting in the morning, I recite my affirmations, and then in the evening, I also recite my affirmations. Napoleon Hill says here that desire, you change your desire into a definite purpose, and then the appropriate action will manifest itself. Once you are on the road to trying to achieve your goals, and then you have a definite chief aim, you have something to aim for. Your actions will then dictate your results. Let's get on to about it. Okay, so a definite purpose is something that you must create for yourself. No one can make this definite purpose, this chief aim for you, because it's got to be something that you desire and something that you want to manifest in this reality. Where am I at here? I want to, I'm going to read this poem to you. Oh, so he said, before I read the poem, I'm just going to just quote Napoleon Hill here. And he says that nature will give to you the object of your struggles only after you have paid her price. Her price, and this is how we, we've overcome our fears. We've now got a definite chief aim, and now we've got to pay the price. The price is continuous, unyielding, persistent effort. That's the only price. And so once you do these things, and once you don't give up, you can achieve anything. We can be what we want, when we want, how we want it. We just have to believe it. So again, I'm going to run this into the ground. I say it all the time: what the mind can conceive and believe, and this is from Napoleon Hill direct, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I'm living proof of that, because I have overcome many obstacles in my life and achieved a modicum of success in my life. I mean, my life has not been too shabby. Not that it's been, this overwhelmingly wonderful, rich experience. It has been a rich experience, but in terms of material wealth, it comes and goes. That's the nature of life. We make it, we lose it. Life is cyclical. That's the way things are. We have our ups, we have our downs. Now, I'm going to read a poem here at the end of this chapter on the definite chief aim. And if you can, read this book. If you haven't read it already, it really helps a lot. Law of Success. So this poem reads: Master of human destinies am I. Fame, love, and fortune on my footsteps wait. Cities and fields I walk, I penetrate deserts and seas remote, and passing by hovel and mart and palace, soon or late, I knock unbidden once at every gate. This is opportunity talking. If sleeping, wake. If feasting, rise before I turn away. It is the hour of fate, and they who follow me reach every state. Mortals desire and conquer every foe, save death. But those who doubt or hesitate, condemned to failure, penury, and woe, seek me in vain and uselessly implore. I answer not, and I return no more. So with that, I'm going to open it up, and we've got about 5 more minutes left of this, and let's just talk. So my brother, I know you're still there. How you doing? Kim Bob. Kim.
I'm here. Keeping notes. Keeping notes. I have my
Oh, you got your notes on.
I have my microphone on mute, but I'm certainly reading you loud and clear, Mr. Juan Namos.
So anything you want to talk
Positive.
about? Any
Well,
questions?
I mean, I agree with all that you say.
Yeah.
And from what I'm understanding, you can never deter from that path. Even with all those affirmations, there are always going to be obstacles. How do we get around it? You gave me some of those fear, and certainly there's those haters.
Yeah.
There's financial concerns that might get in the way of slowing down your success.
Right.
So, from what I'm hearing, you just have to
it's
stay adhesive to these tenets.
Yeah. Well, it's changing your paradigm. And changing your paradigm means that you're going to, again, affirmations is the key. I recited to myself, I must release the need to live in lack and limitation. I
Hmm.
must release the need to live in lack and limit. We're programmed, bro, from the time we're little to live in lack and limitation. We're always told by our parents, we've got to put off, I would like this mom, or I would like that dad. And then they always give us, well, you can't have it because it's either
Okay.
because they don't have enough money, or because they don't have enough time, or there's always something that uh, indicates lack or limitation. So we're programmed to, once we become adults, to automatically um, live in a state of lack and limitation. So whenever
Hmm.
we're presented with something, we immediately go to the negative. We immediately find a
We
reason
can't. I
we
can't do that. Right.
yeah,
That's what you're saying.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
we're busy thinking about the things we can't do
I
instead
hear
of
you.
what we can do. So once you say you can't do something, you're right, and that's anything.
Okay.
Once you say I can't, you are defining your own limitation. You're already putting not only blinders on yourself, but you're putting brakes on your progress.
That's it.
So whenever I catch myself um, feeling like I don't have something, I remember, oh my God, I feel this way because I have not released the need to live in lack and limitation. And so immediately I let it go, and then I focus on the good. Is it's coming. It's just a matter
Hmm.
of patience. And this
Okay.
is this is this is all part of that whole definite chief aim thing, that if you set your sights on accomplishing a goal or having something, and then you pursue it with dogged persistence, you just don't give up, um, um, you will achieve your goal. So, and that means that when I say don't give up, that means if it takes you a month, 2 months, a year, 3 years, 4 years. Now, to give you an example of what I'm going through right now, I was semi-retired. I turned around and became this Zija distributor thing because I found a plant that was changing my life and making me feel good. Um, Now, Zija just got sold out or bought out. So my focus hasn't changed. I still want to get this plan out to the world. I still want to change people's lives for the good, and increase their health, get them in a healthier lifestyle. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, my company's just been changed over to something. So, well, how do I embrace this? I had to get it out of my mind and just say, you know what? My ultimate goal is getting the word of Moringa out to help change people's lives, get people healthy, get people wealthy, get people back to themselves, back to their true self.
Hmm.
And so, staying persistent, I'm not in lack, I'm not in limitation. I'm where I got to go. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm not changing anything. I'm just continuing daily. It's called a daily method of operation. Okay. So anyway, let me stop with that. And we've already reached our 15 minutes. Our 15 minutes is up. Isn't that beautiful? And we got
Beautiful.
through this. We got through this together. I hope you got some value out of this little brief interaction. It
Beautiful.
was wonderful having you here. And man, you don't know how happy it makes me feel. But if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to end this. And then tomorrow we're going to have another 15 minutes. And tomorrow I talk about the next subject, which is self confidence.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we go from overcoming our fears to then establishing a definite chief aim to accomplish our goals, to then having the self confidence, developing the self confidence to achieve what it is that we're out to achieve.
One final question, Johnny. Give
Yes.
me the author of Law of Success. Give me the authors.
That's
One more.
Napoleon Hill. That's
Napoleon. That's all I
Oh
need.
yeah,
Okay.
this is what you need, bro. Get this.
Got you.
This is an important book. The Law of Success. He also did the Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
That's a wonderful book. So Napoleon Hill is a great guy to keep us focused on our future. I don't know if you remember, but when I was a little kid, this is back in the early '60s. I remember watching Napoleon Hill on TV when I was probably about
Mm.
4. I remember once I started reading the book, and then I looked him up online and was listening to his broadcasts. I know this guy. I've been listening to this guy all my life. So his programming had already
Wow.
Yeah, his programming had already seeped into my
Wow.
consciousness. Um, the whole thing with high school, you and I went to high school together.
Sure.
Now,
Sure.
remember, I wanted to go to St. Ignatius. My goal was to get myself out of the public school system. And so
Okay.
I was focused on getting myself out of the public school system, trying to get into St. Ignatius. Well, I took the test. Where St. Ignatius didn't take me. They said, you just fallen just a little short, but we're gonna send you to De La Salle. You can make it. And it was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, because De La Salle was where I always wanted to go anyway. So
Wow.
and then I end up meeting you the first day, man. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
It's just
And here we are,
it's a
40, what,
miracle,
50 years later.
miraculous. There you go. And
50
we're
years
still
later,
here.
we're still
That's a
here, bro.
blessing.
Yes, it
But
is.
still on the same plane
Yeah.
in more ways than one. And it's been a pleasure. And it's certainly been an eye opener. But thank you for this,
You're
Johnny.
welcome.
We'll
You're
talk
welcome.
some more about this.
So
I'll be
tomorrow,
here to tune
15
in
minutes.
tomorrow. We'll
Okay,
do.
brother.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Good night. I mean,
Appreciate
good
you.
day. Have a great
Hmm.
Saturday.
You too.
Bye.
Good job, Bubba.